Robert, in October, as you know, we're going to have the National Dropout Prevention Center,
Yes.
their national conference.
Definitely.
And you play a pivotal role in that.
Definitely.
Tell me a little bit about the conference and why you think it's going to be good for districts to bring in.
One aspect of the conference is, we as you know, Doc, we have the trauma skills school model. That is a major aspect of our work with the National Dropout Prevention Center. Also, we've really been introducing the resilient district because, as you know, trauma skills school is one aspect that educators across the country are gravitating to in our NDPC community. But the resilient district is also something that we really saw in our forum a few weeks ago that people are really interested in that the self-care for the educator, how the educator then works with those teams, and then those instructional processes inside the classroom. So not only do they get the TSS model, the resilient district model, but then they also get, we're going to be having demonstration districts. We're going to have demonstration districts from across the country really talk about the work, the NDPC work that's going on in their district, right? So this is a little bit different than our forum because we're going to be having principals, central office staff, teachers, really talking about, okay, what are some strategies that's working? And what does a future focus school that maybe, what does a future focus alternative school look like, Doc? What does a future focus school look like that has children that are at risk? What does that look like? And then what is the similarities between that school and all schools? Because all schools have children that are at risk, right? So really talking through the strategies of the lens, not that we're working to just get kids graduated, but we're working to make sure that children have a brighter future. And the only way that we can do that is really to be future focused around our national dropout prevention efforts. So I think that's what's going to be different. And it's going to be bigger. We're going to have a lot of sessions. We're going to have a lot of energy. It's going to feel like a family reunion, right? That's going to be always, We've got our Uncle Bill here. We've got our Uncle Ray. And we've got everyone really coming together to really share strategies.
Great.
Definitely.
I know here at this summit,
Sure.
You got a couple presentations around future focus.
Yes.
Tell us what you talk about when you are trying to share with an audience the importance of being future focused.
Well, I really like, the how-to piece. So I really, I put a little work in the McKinsey study, as far as the data. Our children are different, okay? I think everyone agrees with that, but the question that I always like in my presentation is like the how-to, like how can I become future focused? And to me, there's a couple pieces you have to work on that are kind of some pieces that everyone says you have to work on, but then like growth mindset and culture, right? Those are huge. Culture trumps strategy, those are huge. But then actually saying, okay, these are the steps that you can go through to stabilize, and then this is the plan that you can go through that we call the success planning instructional process. This call these SPIs. This is the plan that you can go to facilitate these effective strategies, and then we can sit down with you, do some strategic planning with you to build out a plan to go from stabilizing all the way to future focus. So I think maybe it might be a little bit different in my session. I really focus on those steps, and then talk with the group about, these are the steps, and then this is how we can kind of assess through the process. Definitely.
Now, while you talk about that, at the same time, you also talk about the incredible importance of stabilizing the district.
Definitely.
And we all know our teachers, our administrators are physically and emotionally exhausted.
Definitely.
So, and I know you're going to do a session on how do you stabilize the district.
Sure.
What do you talk about there?
Well, I think I really start with, people are exhausted, but everyone understands. I bring them back to their why, everyone's exhausted. But when you think about it, when you bring people back to their why and their purpose, that's where the energy comes from, right? Like I got an 8 and 10-year-old, Doc. They are exhausted, right? But when I think about those babies in my mind, they put a smile on my face, right? And I keep going. And I think that as educators, a lot of the times we get caught in the minutia and the policies and the paperwork. So I like to start with the why first and then begin to build on the why, the culture piece, the growth mindset piece, and then actually building the plan following the success, following our future focus success continuum.
Great.
Yeah.
Good.
Mhm.
Thank you.
All right.
Good.